if you are someone that runs and before you start running, you don't have a hip movement, hip activation work, this is for you. So many of us are sitting a lot throughout the day. Then we get up and we're trying to run. And this then leads into different injuries that people pick up, be it through hips, lower back, calves, and they can all be coming from tight hips. So imagine you're someone who sits a lot during the day in this position. Then when you run, you can't get into that extended position that we're looking for. So lower back starts flexing and extending rather than the hip. You don't have the same strength through the hips. So this causes, as we land, a little bit of instability, meaning the calf or something else is working differently, working more than it should, and it causes an issue. So today I'm going to go through just a couple of very simple, very easy mobility drills, and then a couple of activation drills that will really help you with your running. And I would recommend getting in pre-run. Okay, so we're going to start off. You'll need just something like a mat, or you can lie on the ground. We're going to start off lying on our backs. So from here, what I want you to do, we're going to cup just underneath your knee on both sides. And from here, we're relaxing the hips as much as you can, and you're using your arms and hands for big circles. I'm not worried about how far your legs are going, your feet towards the ground. I'm more worried about pulling my knees into the chest, knees right out to the side. So slow, controlled, big circles on this. Knees right into chest. Let those knees come out to the side and wrap around. We're going to go for 2 more hip circles. 1 more big hip circle. And then we're going to go the opposite direction. So from here, same thing, pull them right in around the chest, out to the side. Control this as much as you can. It's nice and easy. Big hip circles. We're going to go for 2 more. 1 more. Okay, perfect. From here, coming into a lunge position. So I'm going to go left knee down, right foot out in front just so you can see exactly what's happening on this side. So my normal lunge, I'm looking for knee underneath hip. With this one, I'm going to push my front knee forward. I'm staying slightly braced through my tummy muscles, and you should feel a stretch on the front of that back leg. So especially if you're someone who's sitting a lot during the day, we're really trying to work on opening up the hip capsule. We're trying to work on opening up the front of the hip to allow you to have that extension as you run. From here, then, whatever knee is on the ground, we're going to press that hand right up in the air. And you should really feel a big stretch down through the front of this leg. You may even feel it up through your abdominals, pressing overhead. So if you're like me and you have your left knee on the ground, then we're going to lean slightly over to the right for a bigger stretch. Slowly coming out of that, and we're going to go 2 hands on that front leg and just push forward a little deeper into this. Making sure to keep breathing on it, trying to relax the front of that leg as much as you can. I don't want to overextend through my lower back. From here, changing sides. So I'm going to go right knee down, left foot out in front. And just a gentle little push through to start. Again, remember, we don't want to be too broken on this, so slightly bracing through tummy muscles. From here, whatever knee you have down, we're going to press that hand right up overhead. Reach that hand up towards the ceiling. And now slightly lean over. I'm leaning over towards my left, so whatever knee you have down, lean the opposite way. 2 hands, come back down onto the knee. Let that front knee travel forward. Really think about opening up the front of that back leg. Okay, so this, you can hold this for, 90 seconds even in this position. Just relax into it. as much as possible. From here, slowly coming out of that, and we're going to go back down into our lying position. So we've just opened up the front of the hips a little bit. We're going to go feet slightly wider than hip width apart, and I'm going to allow my 2 knees to fall over to the left, 2 knees over to the right. It's nice and easy. We're going for 20 reps. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, one more stretch. So from here, standing up, we're going to do, most people know this, the quad stretch, but 1 or 2 little things that I just want you to be mindful of with this. As we come into that quad stretch, I don't want knee right out to the side. I'm thinking about bringing knees together. I'm not broken through my tummy muscles and in this position. Slightly braced through my tummy muscles. I'm thinking about pulling. I'm in my left side, so I'm pulling that left knee now slightly back. Okay, you can use a wall for this. It's not about balance. It's about getting a quad stretch. So don't be afraid to put a hand on the wall, on the back of a chair, so you're stable, and that means you will get a bigger stretch on your quad instead of hopping around on one foot. So bracing through tummy muscles. You should really feel this on the front of that leg. Okay. Don't let the knee, as I say, out to the side. You want to keep those knees pretty close to each other. And changing sides. Spinning around, same thing. Bringing those knees close to each other. Again, trying to relax into this. Trying to get a big stretch on the front of whatever foot you have up to your butt. Breathing in and out. Okay, again, hold on to something. There's no point in trying to balance and jumping around the place. Okay, so now we have hips a little looser. The next thing that we're going to do, lying on your side. From here, let your head relax completely down onto your arm. We're going to lift your top leg up and down. Not allowing the toe to point in the air. We're thinking about pulling through the side of the hip. We're going to go for 20 reps on this. 3, 4, 5. Make sure you're in a nice straight line. 6, 7. Keep an eye on that toe. We don't want this 8 because that means quad is working. I want you pulling through the side of the hip. 9, 10, 11, 12. You may feel the hip starting to burn a little. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Change sides. You can roll around. I'm just going to go this way so you guys can see exactly what's happening. Again, and make sure you're in a nice straight line on this. As I lift that, let your head just relax down completely. As I lift that top leg up, make sure toe isn't going in the air. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Make sure hips aren't rolling back. 18, 19, 20. Now, did you find one hip was a little easier than the other? You may find that, okay? Now, lying on your back. Simple glute bridge, depending on if you've done this before or not. We can start with hands either on the ground or arms across the chest, makes it a little harder. What I want you thinking about is driving through your heels, not through your toes, because we want to try and relax the quads. We're trying to get your butt muscles working. So from here, we're going to squeeze through your butt muscles, driving through your heels, coming up as high as we can, and back down. And we're going to go for 20 reps on this as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So, depending on how you feel on that, I would recommend getting back in, starting on your left hand side, lifting that right leg, the top leg up and down again. Okay, we're aiming for 15 reps this time. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Changing sides. Remember, we don't want toe pointing in the air. Don't allow the hips to roll back. I want you in a nice straight line, lifting that top leg up for 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good. From here, back onto your back. 15 glute bridges. Nice and control. Coming right up. Remember, squeezing with your butt, driving through your heels. 1. 2, we're trying to relax the front of the legs as much as we can on this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So depending on how you feel on that, you could go 10 of each and then 5 of each, or maybe if you're a little bit more advanced, you may stay with even 15 of each. So I would get this in before you run. We want to lengthen before we strengthen, so that's why we got in your mobility work first and then your strength work. Any questions on this? You're not sure about something, don't be afraid to ask me and I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.